Welcome to the Wichita Falls District Rural Improvement Program public meeting for the 2021 through 2024 program. My name is Sean Barnes, and I'm the Advanced Planning Director for TxDOT's Wichita Falls District. We are here today to go over the projects to be included in the upcoming 2021 through 2024 Rural TIP. Today we will go over the counties in the Wichita Falls District and some of the roads under the district's care. We will also review the basics of what the rural tip is and why it is important for you to be here with us today. We will explain how the projects included in the program are selected and classified in order to make the most of the program. Once you have an understanding of all of this, you will have the opportunity to review all the projects in the Wichita Falls District has included in the 2021 through 2024 program. We will also go over funding, answering questions on where does the money to pay for these projects come from and how it gets distributed. Lastly, we will outline all the options you have to comment on these projects and their priority. Unfortunately, due to the circumstances of this meeting being virtual, we will not be able to respond to verbal comments or questions. However, you will have the opportunity to make comments through email and traditional mail, as well as phone-in project-specific questions. In addition, this presentation is being recorded and will be available for video playback. Instructions for making comments, asking questions, and accessing the presentation video will be provided at the end of the presentation. We know everyone took time from their day to be here today, and we appreciate this. We are pleased to offer this meeting virtually this year, but I would like to take a brief moment to remind everyone about the importance of eliminating distractions while you are behind the wheel. Distracted driving continues to be a problem in Texas, and data indicates that drivers are not changing their behaviors. So TxDOT wants to raise awareness on the dangers of distracted driving by encouraging Texans to put away their cell phones while driving. Now for a little background on the Wichita Falls District. On the left side of this slide, there is a map that shows the 9 counties included in the Wichita Falls District. Projects included in the 2021 through 2024 Rural Transportation Improvement Plan, or TIP, are located in the counties of Wilbarger, Wichita, Clay, Montague, Cook, Archer, Baylor, Throckmorton, and Young. On the right side of the slide, there is a map that shows the boundary of the Wichita Falls Metropolitan Planning Organization, or MPO. We will be discussing later in the presentation the role that the MPO plays in the TIP process. The Rural Transportation Improvement Program is a list of local projects to be funded in a TxDOT district over the next 4 years. This means that all projects included in the list are anticipated to be underway within 4 years following its approval. These are the projects you can expect to go to contract in the near future. The rural TIP is multimodal, which means that it can include projects relating to highways, bicycle and pedestrian facilities, transit services, and freight projects, as well as the preliminary studies used to define those projects. The rural TIP is meant to show regional agreement on the need and priority of a transportation project, so all parties involved can be sure they are making the best investment for the community. It is also expected to be consistent with the projects and objectives included in the regional long-range transportation plans to ensure that all agencies are working towards the same goal. The rural TIP is a part of the Statewide Transportation Improvement Program, or STIP. Because the program's rules are established by federal law, no project can receive federal funding unless it is listed in the rural TIP. It is important for you to participate because funding secured by this process is intended to address your community's most immediate needs. By providing comments on the priority of the projects included, you are helping us identify regional priorities. By reviewing the entire program in a single meeting, you are having a regional impact. which helps us be more effective with state funds and ensures that we are investing where we should. Rural transportation organizations, metropolitan planning organizations, and local governments are responsible for selecting projects within their boundaries. TxDOT, through the district office, is responsible for selecting all projects relating to the state transportation system and other national roadways. This includes interstates, state, and U.S. highways. But most importantly, this can also include the farm-to-market and ranch-to-market roads you use every day. The projects you will review today should respond to local needs. It is our responsibility to provide you with the opportunity to give input on which projects should be advanced. Once projects have been defined, they are evaluated according to their scale and classified according to the funding they require as well as their potential impact. Big projects are categorized as regionally significant projects and are included as standalone items. An example of a bigger project would be additional lanes along an existing corridor or a new corridor facility. To simplify the budgeting and planning process, smaller projects are lumped together into 11 separate subcategories, referred to as grouped projects. Grouped projects include things like landscaping, safety lighting, bicycle and pedestrian facilities, bridge replacements, or minor preventative maintenance projects such as seal coats and overlays. This grouping practice facilitates the federal funding of smaller projects. An example of a smaller project that would be grouped is a pavement repair project on an FM road. Now, we will look at the specific projects proposed for the Wichita Falls District. This map shows all projects included in the 2021 through 2024 rural TIP for Wilbarger County. To start with, in FY 2022, we have a bridge replacement on FM 925 at the draw, and the estimated construction cost of this project is approximately $300,000. Then, in FY 2024, we have a project on US 287 from Oakley Union to Herald to upgrade left turn lanes. The estimated construction cost of that project is $4 million. In 2024, we also have 3 separate bridge projects at FM 430 on FM 433 at Plum Creek, and that would be to rehab some wings on those existing culverts, and each of those are estimated at $150,000 apiece. And then lastly, there's a project in 2024 to replace a bridge on County Road 180 at a draw with an estimated construction cost of $355,000. One item that I would like to point out is that TxDOT has a separate numbering system for county roads than what the roadway is usually signed or how it is locally known. The county road numbers listed in this presentation will use the TxDOT roadway number. If you have a specific question about a project in your area, you can view the project maps that are located with this presentation, or you can contact us by the methods shown at the end of the presentation. Now we will discuss the projects in the 2021 through 2024 rural TIP for Wichita County. In FY21, there is a project to construct a hike and bike trail, a part of the city's loop program that they have to construct hike and bike around the city with an estimated construction cost of $1.9 million, and that goes from Lake Wichita Park to Larry's Marine Center. Then we have a project to do a mill and overlay on Loop 11, and the limits of that project are from US 287 to FM 367 with an estimated construction cost of $600,000. Then on FM 369, from near the US 82 277 to the State Highway 79, we have a project to improve some intersections there, and the estimated construction cost of that project is $1.8 million. Then also later in FY21, we have a separate project on FM 369 to widen the bridge at Holiday Creek with an estimated construction cost of $2.5 million. Then there's another project on FM 369 to do a pavement repair and overlay from the Wichita River to US 82, and the estimated construction cost of that project is $1.3 million. Then there's a project to do a pavement repair and overlay on State Highway 79 from the Clay County line to US 82, and the cost of that project is estimated at $650,000. Then the last project in fiscal year 2021 is a project on State Highway 240 to improve the intersections from I-44 to 2nd Street, and the cost of that project is $3.8 million. Then in FY 2022, we have another project on FM 369. This is to mill the roadway at the gutters and then go in and do a hot mix surface over the roadway that goes from Kemp Boulevard to Loop 473, and the estimated construction cost of that is $3.1 million. There's a project on US 82 in FY 2022 to upgrade the bridge and approach rail on US 82 from Kemp Boulevard to Taft Boulevard, and the construction cost of that project is estimated at $820,000. Then there's a project on I-44 also to upgrade the bridge and approach rail at the Red River. The estimated construction cost of that is $65,000. And then the last project in FY 2022 is to upgrade the bridge and approach rail on Business 277A at the BNSF Railroad overpass. The construction cost of that project is also estimated at $65,000. Then in FY 2023, we have a project on Business 287J from FM 1814 to Loop 11 to widen that roadway and add some shoulders, with the estimated construction cost at $6.5 million. Then the last project in Wichita County is in FY 2024, and that's on US 287, and that's proposed to replace the bridges at the northbound and southbound Loop 11 underpass, and the estimated construction cost there is $7 million. Now we'll look at the projects for Clay County for 2021 through 2024. Starting in 2021, we have a project on US 287 to do a pavement repair and overlay from Bellevue to the Montague County line with an estimated construction cost of $630,000. Then on State Highway 79, we have a pavement repair and overlay project from 1 mile north of FM 2393 to the Wichita County line, with the estimated construction cost of that project at $1.4 million. Then in FY 2022, we have a project on Park Road 63, and that's located within the Lake Arrowhead State Park. That project will be to rehab some existing roads in the park and then also work on some of the parking lots and pullouts. And the estimated construction cost of that project is $1.6 million. Then we have a project on FM 1954 to widen the pavement and overlay the road from the Archer County line to Park Road 63. And the estimated construction cost for that project is $2.7 million. Then, in FY 2023, we have a project on US 82 at the dry fork of the Little Wichita River. We plan to replace the bridge there with an estimated construction cost of $1.35 million. And then the last project proposed in Clay County is in 2024. That's at FM 422 at Godwin Creek, to replace the bridges and approaches, and an estimated construction cost on that project is $500,000. Moving on into Montague County, we have projects in FY 2021, starting with the project on US 81 to do pavement repair and overlay from US 287 to 3/10 of a mile east of US 287, with an estimated construction cost of $130,000. Then we have another project on US 81, also to do pavement repair and overlay from FM 174 to FM 3043, with an estimated construction cost of $380,000. Then we have a project on US 287, from near Jackson Road to US 81, That's also a pavement repair and overlay project, and the estimated construction cost of that project is $2.6 million. Then there's a project tied with that that's also on US 287 that goes from the Clay County line to near the Jackson Road. Again, pavement repair and overlay with an estimated construction cost of $2.7 million. Then we have a bridge replacement proposed on County Road 401 at Brushy Creek. That's an estimated construction cost of $365,000. Next, on US 82, from near FM 1816 to State Highway 175, this project is to upgrade the existing 2-lane roadway to a 4-lane divided roadway. The estimated construction cost of that is $15.7 million, and then also tied with that project is to upgrade the roadway from half a mile east of US 81 to near FM 1816, with the estimated construction cost of that portion at $16.6 million. Then on State Highway 59 in FY 2022, we're proposing to do a pavement repair and overlay from Mill Street to Wichita Street. Then there's a project on County Road 128 at Panther Creek to replace the bridges and approaches with an estimated construction cost of $365 million. There's a project on County Road 439 at the Draw to replace that bridge with an estimated construction cost of $470,000. Then moving out into fiscal year 2023, we have a project on FM 1655 from FM 455 to the Wise County line to widen the pavement on that road with an estimated construction cost of $4.3 million. Then there's a project on FM 730, also from FM 455 to the Wise County line to widen that pavement, add shoulders on that roadway with an estimated construction cost of $600,000. And then the last project proposed in Montague County is on US 82 from the Clay County line to 0.5 miles east of US 81, and that's to pick up again on the widening of the US 82 route from Nocona to Henrietta, upgrading that to a 4-lane divided roadway, and the estimated construction cost of that portion is $14 million. Now moving into Cook County. In FY 2021, there is a project to replace the bridge on County Road 140 at South Fish Creek. The estimated construction cost of that project is $1.4 million. Then in FY 2021, we have part of our I-35 widening project to upgrade that to a 6-lane freeway. That's from 1.4 miles south of Spring Creek Road to near US 82 with an estimated construction cost of $184 million. Then on County Road 196 at Bircham Creek, we're proposing to replace that bridge with an estimated construction cost of $700,000. There's a project on County Road 313 at the Draw to replace that bridge. The estimated construction cost of that project is $355,000. There's a bridge replacement project on County Road 568 at Brushy Elm Creek with an estimated construction cost of $350,000. There's another bridge replacement project proposed for County Road 163 at Blue Hollow Creek, and the estimated construction cost of that bridge is $245,000. Then moving on to FM 1199, we're proposing to widen that roadway and also improve the intersection there at US 82. We're going to be widening from FM 3108 up to US 82, and the estimated construction cost of that project is $1 million. There's a project tied with that. It's on FM 3108 that goes from FM 1199 to FM 1630 to also widen that roadway and do some improvement of the intersections, and the estimated construction cost of that portion is $4 million. Then on FM 371, we are planning to install some advanced warning signs and widen the roadway. That's from near FM 2383 to 3.7 miles north of US 82, and the estimated construction cost of that project is $2.3 million. The next project is on FM 902 from FM 372 to 1 mile west of FM 3496. That's also to install some advanced warning signs and widen the roadway, and the estimated construction cost is $2.1 million. Then in FY 2022, we have a project on FM 1201 to work from where the state maintenance begins on that roadway down to FS 1201, and that's to widen the pavement and overlay that roadway with an estimated construction cost of $3.6 million. Next, another project on FM 1201 from Industrial Park to the northbound I-35 frontage road. That's also to widen the pavement and overlay with an estimated construction cost of that project at $700,000. Then the last project in FY 2022 is to replace the bridge on FM 51 at the Trinity River, and the estimated construction cost of that project is $3.75 million. Then in FY 2023, we have the next segment of our I-35 upgrade plan. That's from 0.2 of a mile south of US 82, there in Gainesville, up to the Red River Bridge. That's to widen the roadway to a 6-lane freeway, and the estimated construction cost of that portion is $175 million. Then the last project in Cook County is for FY 2024, and that's on FM 1198, and that's from US 82 to FM 922, and we intend to provide additional paved surface width by adding shoulders on that roadway, and the estimated construction cost for that project is $5 million. Moving on now to Archer County. In FY 2021, we have a project proposed on US 82 from 1.7 miles west of FM 368 to the Wichita County line to do a pavement repair and overlay, and the estimated construction cost of that project is $7 million. Then in FY 2022, we have a project proposed on State Highway 79 from West Plum Street to Falls County Road. That's an overlay with an estimated construction cost of $1 million. On FM 1954, from FM 368 to FM 2650, we're proposing to widen the pavement on that section and overlay the roadway with an estimated construction cost of $3.6 million. There's also another project proposed on FM 1954 from US 281 to the Clay County line to widen that pavement and overlay with an estimated construction cost of $2.45 million. Then there's a project on US 82 from 2 miles west of FM 2486 to 1.7 miles west of FM 368 to overlay that segment with an estimated construction cost of $4.5 million. The next project is on US 281 from FM 172 to State Highway 25. That's a pavement repair and overlay project with an estimated construction cost of $1.4 million. Then in FY 2023, there's a project proposed to replace the bridge and approaches on County Road 166 at the middle fork of the Little Wichita River, and the estimated construction cost of that project is $365,000. There's also a project proposed to replace the bridge and approaches on County Road 261 at the draw with an estimated construction cost of $365,000. Moving into fiscal year 2024, there's a project proposed to replace the bridge at County Road 232 at Holiday Creek with the estimated construction cost of that project at $345,000. Then the last project in Archer County is on FM 368 to replace the bridge at Holiday Creek, and the estimated construction cost for that project is $450,000. Moving on to Baylor County now. In FY 2022, there is a project on FM 422 from Stadium Drive to FM 1790 to widen the pavement and overlay with an estimated construction cost of $3.1 million. There's a project on US 82 from 1.1 miles east of the US 183 overpass to 1 mile west of the US 183 intersection, That project is an overlay, and the estimated construction cost is $2 million. In FY 2023, there's a project on US 183 from 6.2 miles north of the Throckmorton County line to the Throckmorton County line to add shoulders on that segment of roadway, and the estimated construction cost is $4.3 million. There's a project on US 82 from the Knox County line to Seymour, and that is proposed to upgrade that roadway to a Super 2 segment, which is just to allow alternating passing lanes, and the estimated construction cost for that project is $14 million. Then the last project in Baylor County is in FY 2024. That's on FM 422 at Godwin Creek to replace the bridge and approaches with an estimated construction cost of $500,000. Now we'll look at Throckmorton County. We only have one project proposed in Throckmorton County for the 2021 through 2024 window, and that's a project sitting currently in FY 2023. That's on State Highway 79 from the Young County line to US 183 to widen the pavement and overlay with an estimated construction cost of $7.8 million. Now, moving to the last county in the Wichita Falls district is Young County. In FY 2021, there's a project on US 380 from 3.5 miles east of FM 926 to FM 1769. That's to safety treat fixed objects with an estimated construction cost of $4.13 million. Then in FY 2022, there is a project on FM 2652 that goes from 0.2 of a mile north of State Highway 16 to State Highway 16. That project is to upgrade bridge and approach rail, and the estimated construction cost is $460,000. Then in FY 2023, we have a project on State Highway 114 from near Alney to 0.8 of a mile west of FM 1769. That project is to upgrade that segment of roadway to a Super 2, and the estimated construction cost is $10 million. Then project number 4 is on FM 701 at the Clear Fork of the Brazos River. That's to remove an old out-of-service truss bridge that sits adjacent to the existing bridge, and the estimated construction cost of that is $400,000. And that's in preparation for a project in FY 2024, where we have 2 separate locations on FM 701, where we're planning on replacing the existing bridges at the Clear Fork of the Brazos River. And the estimated construction cost for those 2 bridges is $1.1 million. And then a third project that will be combined with that is to replace the bridge and approaches on FM 1974 at the Clear Fork of the Brazos River, and the estimated construction cost of that project is $800,000. The rural tip functions as a budget list for the district. As such, it is fiscally constrained, like the budget of a household. The rural tip has to be realistic about the amount of money available to cover all the needs. Frequently, we identify more improvements than we have money to implement. So this means we must prioritize according to those items that are needed the most. We've discussed the list, but where is the money coming from? Funds can come from 3 main sources. First, the federal government, through the establishment of the Moving Ahead for Progress in the 21st Century Act, or MAP 21. The federal government allocates these funds through the processes established by the Federal Highway and Transit Administrations. Second, TxDOT, like the federal government, also allocates a section of our budget for these projects through the Unified Transportation Program's 12 funding categories. And last, the local governments. Once the need has been identified and the amount of federal monies has been defined, the rural tip helps local governments assess the funding requirements to match those of the federal and state government and their capacity to meet them. Now, after you review and comment on these projects, what's next? The timeline above illustrates the rural tip process and where we are right now. Once your comments have been collected and considered, the Wichita Falls District will submit a revised rural tip, if necessary, for approval and integration into the statewide document. The statewide transportation improvement program is built from the rural tip of all the 25 districts in the state, as well as the transportation programs from all the MPOs. The timeline above shows where in the rural tip process fits into this larger effort. Once the STIP is approved by the federal government, everyone's projects are funded and become one step closer to getting constructed. Now that you're familiar with the program, we want to hear what you think. Go ahead and email or mail your comments to us at the addresses shown on this slide. In order for your comments to be included in the official summary of this meeting, they must be postmarked or otherwise received by Wednesday, June 10th, 2020. Please make sure to send your comments before that date. If after today you would like more information or to access this presentation, feel free to visit the meeting webpage. The meeting webpage can be accessed by following the directions on this slide. You can go to www.TxDOT.gov and search for Virtual Public Meeting Rural Tip Wichita Falls District 2021 through 2024. For project-specific questions, please reach out to myself, Sean Barnes, or the corresponding area engineer listed on this slide. David Romer is the area engineer for Wilbarger, Wichita, and Clay counties. Mike Hallam is the area engineer for Montague and Cook counties. Zach Hewson is the area engineer for Archer, Baylor, Throckmorton, and Young counties. Thank you all for participating in this year's rural tip process, and we look forward to meeting your transportation needs in the future.